So, everyone, good evening. This is Prajwal, and I'm the secretary of IEEE ComSoc DSU. I welcome all of you to this season of AI sessions, in which I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about setting how to set up your Azure environment. So, let's take a quick look at what we are gonna cover today. So, first, we'll be talking about what is Azure AI, and then the benefits of Azure AI. Then the prerequisites which we will need to set up the Azure AI environment, and then we'll start creating our Azure AI resources. Then we'll also look about the machine learning workspace, and we'll set up our development environment, and then we'll go through the data preparation and management. We'll try building our and training our AI models, and then we'll deploy it. Then we'll also see how to integrate it with the other Azure services. Before we dive into the Azure AI, I want to give you a brief overview of Azure's services as a whole. Azure is a comprehensive cloud computing platform that offers a wide range of services, including compute service, storage services, network services, database services, AI and machine learning services, developer tools, and the security and identity services. Azure's integrated suite of services provides a robust foundation for building, deploying, and managing applications. Today, we'll focus on AI and machine learning services within Azure, which are designed to help you build intelligent applications quickly and efficiently. So let's dive into Azure AI. If anyone is having a question, feel free to note them down and we'll address them in the Q&A session. So first, what is Azure AI? Essentially, Azure AI is a suite of AI services and tools offered by Microsoft. Think of it as your toolbox for building and deploying intelligent applications. There are three main components in this. The first one is the Azure machine learning services. This helps you to build, train, and deploy machine learning models as soon as possible. Think of it as your lab where you experiment with different algorithms and models. The cognitive services, these are the pre-built AI models for things like vision, speech, language, and the main thing, decision making. Imagine you wanna do, you wanna add image recognition or natural language processing to your application. Cognitive services has you covered in it. Then comes the bot service. This helps you create intelligent bots. Have you ever interacted with a customer service chatbot? That's the kind of bot you can build with this service. Why should you use Azure AI? Here are a few benefits of those. It's scalable, meaning you can start small and grow as needed. Whether you're a startup or a large enterprise, Azure AI scales with you. Then comes integration. It integrates seamlessly with other Azure services as well, making it easy to build comprehensive solutions. It follows strict security standards, which is crucial for any of the AI projects. Your data and models are safe with Azure, and it's cost effective as well. You only pay for what you use, which is great for managing your budget. Exciting, right? It's like having a Swiss Army knife for AI development. Then now, before we jump into the setup, let's talk about what you need to get started. First, you'll need an active Azure account. If you don't have one, you can sign up for a free account on the Azure website. The free tier is quite generous and a great way to get started. A basic understanding of AI and machine learning concepts is really helpful. If you are new to this, don't worry. Microsoft has great learning paths on their docs site that I highly recommend to go through. They cover everything from the basics to more advanced topics. You'll also need access to the Azure portal, a development environment like Visual Studio Code or Jupyter Notebooks, and the Azure software development kits and libraries installed on your machine. This includes the Azure machine learning software development kits and libraries like Pandas and Scikit-learn. These tools will be your companies. companions as you develop and deploy your AI models. Let's move on to creating an Azure AI resource. It's simpler than it sounds. Here's how you can do it. Uh, Start by logging in into the Azure portal with your account. Once you are logged in, click on the Create a Resource at the top right corner. This will open a new blade with a variety of options. From the categories, select AI plus machine learning. You will see a list of all the AI services available. Choose the service you want to use, let's say Azure Machine Learning for this example. Then fill in the required details such as the name of your resource, subscription, resource group, and the region. Be sure to choose a region close to your user to minimize the latency. Finally, click Create. Azure will provide your resource, which may take a few minutes, and that's it. Your Azure AI resource is ready to go. Pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. And okay, so yeah, Azure Machine Learning Workspace. Now let's talk about the Azure Machine Learning Workspace. Think of this as the central hub for managing your machine learning resources. Creating a workspace is straightforward. Create a resource. Just like before, go to create a resource in the Azure portal. This time select machine learning. Fill in the details like workspace, name, subscription, resource group, and region. You can use the same resource group as your AI resource to keep things organized. Click create and wait for Azure to set up your workspace. Now you have a dedicated space for all your machine learning projects. In this workspace, you can manage datasets, experiments, models, and more. It's like your command center for your AI development. Now let's set up your development environment. This is very crucial for smooth workflow. You have a few options here. The first one is Visual Studio Code and the second one is the Jupyter Notebook. Visual Studio Code, as you all know, that a versatile it is a versatile code editor that's great for all kinds of development work. It has extensions for Azure that make it easy to interact with your Azure resources, and the Jupyter Notebook, it is ideal for interactive data analysis and model building. If you are a data scientist, you'll love the flexibility and interactivity Jupyter offers. Once you've chosen your tool, make sure to install the necessary software development kits. This includes the Azure ML SDK, which allows you to interact with your Azure ML workspace from your development environment. You'll also need other libraries like Pandas and scikit-learn for data manipulation and model training. Don't forget to configure your development environment to connect with your Azure ML workspace. This usually involves setting up credentials and workspace configuration files. It might sound complex, but Microsoft provides detailed guides to help you through it. So no worries about that. And then the data preparation and management. Yeah. Data preparation and management are the key steps in any AI project. Here's what you need to do. Import your data into Azure Storage using the Azure portal on Azure Storage Explorer. Azure offers various storage options such as blob storage for unstructured data and data lake for big data analytics. Uh, Clean and pre-process your data using tools like Pandas in Jupyter Notebooks, for example. You can use Pandas to handle missing values, normalize data, and more. This step is crucial because the quality of your data directly affects your performance of your model. Proper data preparation ensures that your data is the best shape. Your data is in the best shape possible for model training. It's like laying a strong foundation before building a house. Now that our data is ready, it's time to build and train our models. Here's how you can do it. First, you'll have to choose an algorithm. Start by selecting the right algorithm for your problem. Azure Machine Learning supports a wide range of algorithms from classical machine learning models to deep learning frameworks. For example, you might use linear regression for predicting continuous values or a convolution neural network for image recognition. Use the Azure Machine Learning Software Development Kit to set up your experiments. This involves defining your model, specifying hyperparameters, and running training scripts. Azure ML makes it easy to manage and track experiments, allowing you to compare different models and choose the best one. Compute resources. Utilize Azure's powerful compute resources for training. You can use CPU or GPU clusters. Depending on the complexity of your model, Azure Machine Learning also supports automated machine learning, which can help you find the best model without an extensive manual tuning. Training your model might take some time, but Azure provides detailed logs and metrics to help you monitor the process. Once the training is complete, you can evaluate your model's performance using standard metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, etc. After building and training your model, the next step is deployment. Here's a simple guide. First, register your trained model in the Azure ML workspace. This creates a versioned artifact that you can manage and deploy. After that, set up an interference pipeline to handle requests and make predictions. Azure ML provides tools to help you package your model with the necessary dependencies and create a web service for deployment. And deploy your model as a web service on Azure Kubernetes service or Azure container instances. Azure Kubernetes services is great for large scale deployments, while Azure container instances is more suitable for smaller, less complex deployments. Once deployed, you can monitor the performance of your model using Azure's monitoring tools. This ensures that your model continues to perform well over time and allows you to retain if it is necessary. Deploying your models in Azure is straightforward and scalable, allowing you to serve predictions to users or other applications seamlessly. Integration with other Azure services. Integrating your AI models with other Azure services can enhance their functionality. Here are a few examples of it. Use Azure Data Factory to automate data workflows and integrate with Azure ML for seamless data movement and transformation. It's like having a conveyor belt that brings data from different sources to your AI models. Connect and manage IoT devices with Azure IoT Hub and analyze data in real time using Azure AI. Imagine using AI to process data from thousands of IoT devices in real time. That's the power of integration. And then comes Power BI. Visualize and share insights from your AI models using Power BI dashboards. This makes it easy to communicate your findings to stakeholders. It also helps to automate workflows. Oh, sorry, the Azure Logic apps. They help you in automating workflows with Azure Logic apps and integrate your AI models with other business processes. This integration makes your AI solutions more powerful and versatile. By leveraging these integrations, you can create comprehensive solutions that address complex business challenges. We'll just have a look at what all we have covered today. So first first we saw what is Azure AI, which is essentially Azure AI is a suite of AI services and tools offered by Microsoft. It is nothing but a toolbox for building and deploying intelligent applications, which there are three main components of it. Those are the Azure machine learning services, which helps you to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly. This is basically nothing but a lab where you can experiment with different algorithms and models. And then comes the cognitive services. They are the pre-built AI models for things like vision, speech, language, and decision making. Decision making, when it comes to decision making, it is very important while you are building an AI environment or building a bot. Then comes the bot service, the which helps you create intelligent bots, like a chatbot in any of your websites. And the benefits of Azure AI are the integrate, I mean the scalability, integration, security, and cost effect. And Azure AI is very cost effective. When it comes to integration, integration is like it's seamless. It can integrate seamlessly with other Azure resources, making it easy to build comprehensive solutions. Also, it follows strict security standards, which is crucial for any of the AI projects. And it is very cost effective, like you only pay for what you use, which is great for managing your budget. And we also saw about the prerequisites which we will need before we set up our Azure AI environment. That is like you'll need an active Azure account. You can sign up for a free account on the Azure website. And you'll need a basic AI and machine learning you'll need a basic understanding of artificial intelligence and machine learning concepts, which will be really helpful. If you are new to this, Microsoft has some great learning paths on their docs site that I recommend you to go through it. The, the learning paths also cover from the basics to more advanced topics. The tools you'll need to access the tools also you'll need is that you'll need access to the Azure portal, a development environment like Visual Studio Code or Jupyter notebooks, and the Azure software development kits and libraries installed on your machines. This includes the Azure machine learning software development kits and libraries like Pandas and scikit-learn. These tools will be your companions as you develop and deploy your AI models. And then we also saw about creating an Azure AI resource. Uh, these steps involve that you start by logging into your Azure portal with your account. Click on create a resource at the top left of the portal. This will open a new blade with a variety of options. From the categories, select AI plus machine learning. From machine learning, you'll see a list of all the AI services available. Then choose the service you want to use. Let's say Azure Machine Learning for this example. Fill in the required details such as the name of your resource, subscription details, resource group, and region. Make sure to choose a region which is close to you to minimize latency. Finally, click create, and Azure will provide your resource, which may take a few minutes. And we also saw about machine learning workspace. You can create it just like before. Go to create a resource in the Azure portal, but this time you will have to select machine learning instead of AI plus machine learning. Make sure you do that and fill in the details like workspace name, subscription details, resource groups, and region. You can use the same resource path as your AI resources to keep things organized. This will help you to create uh, this will help you to set up your workspace. So now you will have a dedicated workspace for all your machine learning projects. In this workspace, you can manage data sets, experiments, models, and more. It is basically like a command center for your AI development projects. And then we saw how to develop. How to start setting up your development environment. You can use two of these IDEs. Those are Visual Studio Code and Jupyter Notebook. As you all guys know that Visual Studio Code is a versatile code editor that's great for all kinds of development work. It has extensions for Azure that make it easy to interact with the Azure resources. And Jupyter Notebook, it is ideal for interactive data analysis and model building. If you're a data scientist, you'll love the flexibility and interactivity that Jupyter offers. So once you have chosen your tool, make sure to install the necessary software development kits. This includes the Azure machine learning development kits. You'll also need other libraries like pandas and scikit-learn for data manipulation and model training. And after installing all the software development kits, you'll have to configure it. uh, you'll have to configure your development environment to connect with other or else to connect with your Azure machine learning workspace. This usually involves setting up credentials and workspace configuration files. It might sound complex, but Microsoft provides detailed guides to help you through it. And we also saw of about data preparation and management. So when it comes to data preparation and management, they are the main steps in any of the AI projects, because data is everywhere, right? So you'll need to import data to your AI model as well. So import your data into Azure storage using Azure portal or Azure storage explorer. Azure offers various storage options such as blob storage for unstructured data and data lake for big data analytics. Clean and processed data, clean and pre-processed data using tools like pandas in Jupyter notebooks. For example, you can use pandas to handle missing values, normalize data, and more. This step is crucial because the quality of your data directly affects the performance of your model. Proper data preparation ensures that your data is in the best shape possible for the model training. It's like laying a strong foundation before building a house, and then comes building and training models. So you will have to build and train your AI models as well. So you can do that by starting to select the right algorithm for your problem. Azure machine learning supports a wide range of algorithms, from classical machine learning models to deep learning frameworks. For example, uh, like you might use linear regression for predicting continuous values, or a convolution neural network for image recognition. Uh, and use the Azure machine learning SDK to set up your experiments. This involves defining your models, specifying hyperparameters, and running training scripts. Azure ML makes it easy to manage and track experiments, allowing you to compare different models and choose the best one. Utilize Azure's powerful compute resources for training. You can use CPU or GPU clusters depending on the complexity of your model. Azure ML also supports automated machine learning, which can help you find the best model without extensive manual tuning. Training your model might take some time, but Azure provides detailed logs and metrics to help you monitor the process. Once the training is complete, you can evaluate your model's performing using performance using standard metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, etc. And when it comes to deploying the models, first you'll have to register your trained model in the Azure machine learning workspace. This creates a versioned artifact that you can manage and deploy. And then set up an inference pipeline to handle requests and make predictions. Azure ML provides tools to help you package your model with the necessary dependencies and create a web service for deployment. De- Deploy your model as a web service on Azure Kubernetes service or Azure container instances. The Azure Kubernetes services is great for large scale deployments, while Azure container instances is more suitable for smaller or less complex deployments. Once deployed, you can monitor the performance of your model using Azure's monitoring tools. This ensures that your model continues to perform well over over time and allows you to retain if it is necessary. Deploying models in Azure is straightforward and scalable, allowing you to serve predictions to users or other applications seamlessly. And we also saw about how to integrate your Azure AI environment to other Azure services. So integrating your AI models with Azure services can also enhance their functionality. Here's how you can do it. You can use Azure Data Factory to automate data workflows and integrate with Azure ML for seamless data movement and transformation. It's like having a conveyor belt that brings data from different sources to your AI models. And you can connect and manage IoT devices with Azure IoT Hub and analyze data in real time using Azure AI. Imagine using AI to process data from thousands of IoT devices in real time. That's the power of this integration. And when it comes to Power BI, visualize and share insights from your AI models using Power BI dashboards. This makes it easy to communicate your findings to stakeholders, and it automates workflow with Azure Logic apps and integrate your AI models with other business processes. This integration makes your AI solutions more powerful and versatile. By leveraging these integrations, you can create comprehensive solutions that address complex business challenges. Uh, that's it, and I thank all of you for attending this session on setting up your Azure AI environment. I hope you found I hope you found the information useful, and that you feel more confident in leveraging Azure AI for your projects. A big thanks to the Microsoft Azure developer community for hosting this talk.